Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Boy!
Hello, good evening. Welcome to the After Hours. This is our episode 19th. I'm your host, Carlos Silva, joined by my good buddy, Collin Kendall.
Hello, hello. Haven't gotten rid of me yet.
And my buddy, Jason Canapp.
You didn't pronounce my last name correctly today.
Canapp.
It's a difficult name.
I haven't been away that long. It's so good to see everybody. Colin's writing articles and not telling me about it.
Nope.
Carlos is pronouncing my name incorrectly. My
your
lighting's
Facebook
all
every
different.
once in a while.
Cats and
Canapp.
dogs living together.
Buddies, let's
to
talk
see everybody.
Disney. Let's talk Disney. How are you guys? It's good to have everybody in the usual setting.
The same time zone, at least.
Yes.
Nice change of pace.
I missed you guys, even though we were together virtually.
As much as we hate to admit it, we'd like to have you back home. So.
Oh, well, thank you
Yeah,
very much.
it's really good. Let's say hello to our friends. A lot of friends showing up. Hello to
You.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to let you go first today. I was going to let you go ahead and say hi.
So
I hogged it last week, so I figured you
He
could
always
say hi.
hogs.
Hey, now.
No, let's say hello to. I saw Bea from Brazil. Who else? Well, Michael Riley say Jason. He was surprised that you were here probably. Zach Brown.
Probably Jacques D came back.
Zach Brown, Tom McMillan, Sarah Danielle Collins. Good night to everyone. It's good to see you all here.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so. We're great today. We started well. There was no technical issue.
You didn't break anything this week. Great
No.
success.
Yeah, Colin and I both
Yeah,
arrived.
yeah.
Colin and I both arrived to our virtual studio tonight saying, "Did we forget to do something?"
It's inevitable. There's
both
something
both
we have
came to
forgotten
the table
something.
feeling like we didn't do something. So I checked. I'm
sure.
wearing pants. I was good that
Me
way.
too, actually.
Everything's plugged in properly. But something's you wait.
I did forget to turn
Yeah,
on
let's
my
see.
mic. Well, there, maybe that was it.
I think we're all ready, but let's see. We will need to talk about next week, but we're not gonna do it now. Let's do it later.
Okay.
Next week is going to be a little different, but
Little incentive to stick around with this little extra.
it
today.
will be due to a very good reason. Very good reason.
And a fun reason.
Yes.
That involves you all. So
And next week is the 20th. It's the 20th episode. It's a milestone for us.
I can't
Which
believe.
honestly, it's surprising that it's 20 already.
Yes.
No, it feels more like 80.
That's mean.
It reminds me something. And our friends in England will know who I'm talking about. There's a guy in music called Morrissey. He was the singer for Smith.
People know about Morrissey here too.
Yeah, and Morrissey used to be a really, he's always in a bad humor. And when one of their main albums called The Queen Is Dead, they commemorate 30 years. Someone came to him and said, Morrissey, can you imagine 30 years? And so feels like
You say it
100.
just like that.
Feels like 100.
A whisper in the ear, like
You lost Colin at England, right? When you said,
Smith?
I know what that country is.
Okay, buddies. Now is the time?
now is the best time.
And it is the crop factor.
Well, look,
I
I'm in the
pronounce
middle
it. I pronounce it right today.
Did
Oh my gosh!
you say something
Hoping
different
this one
last
goes a little better than last.
Remember
week.
that yesterday in our pre-production meeting, I was calling another thing.
Oh,
Credit
it's-
factor?
It is the crop factor.
now you were censored.
Yeah. Colin,
Before Colin begins,
Yes.
I have to say, I didn't look at the pictures this week.
Oh, really?
I hope they're better than last time we did this because they were too easy last time, and I tried to make these more difficult. -1. You got to have a softball to keep the confidence up for people, but I have a feeling them anyway, like near instantly, because that's how it always works on this show. So
But Colin,
we'll see.
Why don't you explain how it works?
Yeah, so the crop factor is basically a game we play here on After Hours where it's pretty simple for the most part. We take a photo of mine that's from somewhere around the parks. Your goal is to guess where that was taken. It is cropped in substantially on the first crop, about as tight as we can get it to go, and it's going to be a little pixelated, but as we move out, that will change, and it'll get clearer and clearer. There are 3 crops. There's the one crop that's the tightest, the second crop is a little less tight, and the third will reveal the image. If you guys don't get it on the first crop, then we'll move to the second, and then we'll reveal it. If you want to narrow it down in the comments, ask questions, choose parks, anything, treat it like a 20 questions, but you have unlimited questions. So let's roll the first one, Carlos.
The good thing, Colin, is that I saw the pictures, okay? And I will tell you that there is one that is difficult, okay?
Good.
And one that is kind of in the middle of the way.
Tried to so it was kind of a mix.
And one
Are
that
we
is
starting
easy.
with an easy one at least?
No. He's starting with the difficult.
to be
He's
honest.
starting
He's
with the
starting with an easy
difficult
one.
one. He's starting with the difficult one. But I think the last one is more for the easy side. It's not like Mr.
I don't remember
Magoo
which
easy.
order I sent them in, but I'll know it when I see the picture on screen.
But the last time it was Mr. Magoo easy. So no. You know.
So hopefully this is harder.
So
Hey,
why
let's
don't
see
we?
how it goes. You never know with this crowd.
So why don't we go to the first image, the first crop? Yes.
Hey. And I'm shocked how much detail this retained because this is really cropped in.
We have to wait a little bit to see.
Yeah, there's a
what
little
our
bit of
friends
delay, but-
say.
Jason, do you have any guesses right
I'm a
offhand?
little shy.
Like, don't say
I'm
it,
like
but-
actually reluctant to say what I think it is.
No, we will not say please.
I'm surprised you took a picture of that spot. That's all I'm going to say.
It's
Seems a
probably
little
not what you're thinking of. It may be.
I mean,
We'll see.
I know how you are. I know what your affinity is for taking pictures of.
Yes,
How
you're
should
right.
I say, like, from behind?
No, this is not from behind.
No,
So
I
that-
know it's not from behind. I feel like it's a different angle, but
You know, some
nervous.
answers are already coming.
so we do have-
Valerie's side, they always saying mission space.
Space. No.
Mission space.
Zach
I was
Fountain
thinking
in
mission
Disney
mission
Springs,
lack of
that's-
space.
That's clever. But no, it's not the fountain in Disney Springs. Does kind of have that similar look though, in an odd way. Wilderness Lodge waterfall. I do love a good Wilderness Lodge photo, but no,
gonna say,
it is not
it's like-
Wilderness Lodge.
you can't go wrong by just saying Wilderness Lodge right off the bat with
if it's
Colin.
me, it's a good chance. Like,
Heather Damon says Space Mountain. Valerie
Chris asked if
Filler
is
Magic.
it a fence. I don't know if that's a real question or not, but no, it is not a fence.
An offense.
Mark Jones says dinosaur. No, that's clever though. That's actually on sort of a right track. It's not the right park, but it's on the right track as far as the direction you're going with that. Oh, I missed one here. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Philhar Magic. No, it's not Philhar Magic. I could see that though with like all the bronze accents and stuff
Can I
throughout
see
that
it? Can I
building.
see it again? Can I see?
Yeah,
Yes.
pop it back up.
Let's go to the.
So is it an anatomical feature?
Offhand, I got to try to remember which part of this.
You don't even
photo it
remember
is.
what.
I remember what the photo is, but I don't remember which part of it is, and that'll make
I
sense
told
more
you
in
this
a
was going to
moment.
be dangerous.
Okay.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
Zach,
Is this a-
Zach says, is it the Dumbo statue in the hub?
No,
Oh.
that's clever though. You are on the right track there. The rail to the train. No, but that's not a bad guess. 'Cause it
What-
has the color profile.
Is it a Homo sapien?
Technically, yes.
I mean,
Well,
technically, yes.
Well, Carlos, you know what the answer is. That's
Oh, don't-
technically
You know
yes,
one
isn't
thing?
it?
You know one thing? I know the image, but I can't tell what it is.
You don't know where that is?
I cannot remember. And
I'm
it's
disappointed
going
in you,
to be
Carlos.
so obvious then to say, oh my gosh.
Is it so it's part of a human body, and
Yes.
so this is like my worst nightmare is coming true here. Okay, so it's part of a human body. Is it clothed?
Mark
Yes.
Mark Jones is asking, is
Okay.
it in Pandora?
Sorry, what was that?
Is
it
it
in Pandora?
in Pandora?
No, it is not.
And then Heather,
The Magic Kingdom guesses were on the right track for park.
so it is in the
Screams
Magic.
Magic Kingdom,
Yeah.
I think.
Somebody said I feel like it's at a resort. It's not at a resort. That's
So
clever though.
I don't want to guess.
So
I
it
don't,
looks
I'm,
like
I'm
an
afraid
eye.
I'll
It is
feel it.
not.
I
Well,
think I know what
show it
is.
again, Carlos.
The crop
I gotta
one?
remember if the eye is okay. So no, what you're seeing is not part of the eye. There is an eye in this photo though, so I guess
there-
that's a multifaceted answer.
Do
Wait,
it.
there's an eye in that photo? Not
Can-
in that photo, but
Not in the photo you're seeing currently. No.
Can
But
can
I
we
assume so because it's a human.
can we go to the
Oh, wait. No, wait. Is it
We have a winner.
is it a good
Yeah.
guy or you have a winner?
You have a winner. Somebody jumped right to it.
Oh, is
Actually,
it
we got two
Gaston?
winners.
Is it Gaston?
Yeah.
That's where I was going.
think
I thought
Lisa
it was
was
Gaston.
the first one. It was a
Oh,
Gaston.
Lisa.
film.
That's why
Exactly.
you guys
We should have backed out fast.
you
Should have packed up.
buddies
people got it
that's
with
why
it.
that's why I said for
Story
the
of my
second
life.
I asked for the second the second crop didn't help any
It
much.
doesn't help that much, but you
No.
get some
What is
teeth
that?
in the mouth.
Oh my gosh, and there is a little bit of calcium there.
Yeah, a little build up.
Yes.
It's
So
bronze, that's for sure.
so we did a statue and let me see who got it right first here.
I know I saw
I think
Lisa, I
it
saw
was
Zach,
Lisa, but I'm not positive. I think she
Um,
just
Valerie.
barely beat Zach.
and Valerie said it actually. Valerie said it first, but
Valerie
with
said-
the way the delay works.
Yes,
And the way the
Lisa
winnings
also.
work, it doesn't matter anyway. We have multiple winners. So, but I think first
You're a winner, and you're a winner. You're a winner.
I don't believe in
Doreen also
participation.
said. Doreen also said. So let's show the review, though. Okay, no, yes,
Yeah,
you
sure.
agree?
How does that Gaston?
It's the Gaston fountain.
Yeah,
They
but it's
flew it in the Gaston fountain.
I gotta tell you, I was not far. I was pretty much on the money with what I thought you were taking a picture of.
What did you think it was in particular?
I did.
Curious
Honestly,
now. Yeah.
my first guess when it first went up is this looks like someone's thigh.
yes, yes. But
It
the
is?
back of the
That's what I was
thigh.
scared because you were cropped in so far. I was like, I don't know where he's going with this, but I don't like it.
For me, it looked like the back of
This
the
is
knee.
Jason's thigh.
Not 10 o'clock yet, Colin.
Yes. So
I
Doreen.
can't wait for the next one.
We had Doreen. We had also Lisa getting Mylan,
A lot of
and
people got it right at the same time.
yes.
Hello, Beatrice Dennis. She said LeFou. I have a problem with LeFou, and I won't get into it right now. But
You can't say that without explaining.
well, the LeFou, he's getting all sorts of credit for things that he really doesn't deserve, and there's this great conspiracy underway. Like there's the deep state of Disney that is altering the storyline of Beauty and the Beast, as demonstrated by the Beauty and the Beast sing along.
Uh-oh, here we
And
go.
Fu
Here
apparently
we go.
has convinced everyone on the inside that he was responsible for getting the two of them together. And well, you guys haven't
Not
seen
heard
it.
any of this.
I'm not making this up. I'm not. I swear to you, I'm not making this up.
I bet you are.
I'm not. People,
Nobody backed you in the
my
comments.
friends will
yet,
back me
so.
Actually, my friends don't go to see that show. Or once. They see it. Everyone sees it at one time.
Okay.
But I'm not
buddies.
here to talk to you about Beauty and the Beast sing
Let's just
along.
move on to the next one before Jason goes down that rabbit hole even further.
Zach Brown is saying he's trying to take over our movie, Jason.
That's
Vive
what
la
I'm
France.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Doreen is saying, Patricia, thank you for noticing. But Doreen, we also notice you. Yeah, you, Valerie and Lisa were the ones that got it almost the same time. Nope. Terry saying nope.
that?
Valerie said it first.
Got like the winner police out here now.
No,
Tonight.
there's the delay, so everybody got in at the same time.
Can't make a wrong move, that's for sure. Not without these folks catching
But
it.
one thing
Gotta be quicker.
that I remember before we move to the second image, I have to share one thing with you guys, because remember when we talk about the YouTube, and I have this,
Your little buddy then.
and then I said, don't forget to ring.
Yeah, that's a thumbs up. That's not a.
Yeah.
That's not a
That's
bell.
not a bell.
Well, so there's the other one here. So let me show the one with the let's ring the. Well,
Oh, there it is. Look at that. Is that new?
I cannot use the bell song anymore because Facebook and
Oh, that song. But you have a bell. I'm sure you can ring a bell.
But for the last time, even if they strike us, I have to tell you, I will play something that a good friend of ours helped me, and she sent to us. So, again, showing the YouTube here, and the sign and everything, and ring the bell. Here comes. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you.
That's good.
Oh my God, I love you.
That's
That's
post that in the group.
Jerry is such a good friend to have that lives far away. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Terry.
Yes,
So let's go. So let's go to our second image. Crop.
God, how are you gonna top that?
It was great. Terry, thank you, Terry. Thank you very much. Well, let's go to the second image, crop one.
Ooh. I actually think this is easy, but I had to crop this in a lot.
So is that a natural light, like a light that you would see with your naked eye, or is that a reflection from the camera flash?
No, so I don't run a flash on my camera ever. So there's no flash.
Okay.
This is not a camera flash. Yeah,
Okay.
at least not on Disney property. I won't be a guy with the flash.
And is that a what are they
That
called?
is
Carabiners?
That I don't know. It's possible.
The
This is really tightly cropped.
Well, that's what I'm trying to think of the scale. You know,
the
like
answers are coming, and the first thing I saw here was Max saying that's the Haunted Mansion. Well, it's not
Wrong.
Doreen said haunted mansion attack room. Like, what haunted mansion have you been going in? Where's there its attack room? Because now I'm
I'm
intrigued.
curious now.
Where's the attack room? Are you sure you're not referring to the snack room? Because that's pretty much any room that I am in.
Coming through much faster today.
Chris
Attack
Shepard
For
is
this
always
round,
saying-
Tom Sawyer Island.
Oh, attic. It was so much more interesting when it was the attack room. It was like more of a sort of. Anyway, we'll talk later.
Indiana Jones. No.
Mine Train is what Eric says. Mark Jones says Expedition Everest. Q. I was going with that too, Mark. I was thinking Expedition Everest. But then the wood didn't look
We
right.
have something that's really close when we need you to be
Mine
more
Train
specific.
seemed right.
No.
It's not Mine Train?
It's not Mine Train. Now the answer generally has been mentioned, but I'm gonna need you to be more specific than
Max
that
said
as far as
Pirates of the
location.
Caribbean. So is it in Magic Kingdom?
Yes.
Ooh. Is it in Fantasyland?
No.
Doreen is explaining better. It was not
Yeah, she's an attic.
attic.
It was
not
so
a-
much more interesting. It was the attack room.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a lot of people guessing Big Thunder Mountain. It's in that area, but it's not on Big Thunder Mountain per se. I need you to be specific as far as where this is.
So it's in Frontierland, you're saying?
Yeah. And maybe I'm asking you, Carlos, I'm trying to be too specific
No, this is not too specific.
No. Want me to show the
because
crop?
it is a very specific view, and if
why
you know
why
it,
don't we
you
zoom
know.
out a little bit?
Let's go to crop 2.
Let's put it this way. Big Thunder Mountain is in this photo. But I need you to be more specific about the area on which this photo was taken from.
Is that barbed wire?
Yes. And no, I did not hop the fence.
I was going to ask. Were you on the wrong side of the fence? Is this under the tracks?
Well, actually, kind of.
Oh, boy. Someone's going to jail. Disney jail. Caleb says, no, we didn't know any magic words yet, Caleb. I've been trying to encourage them to do
loading
it.
station for Big Thunder Mountain's closer, but again, you're in the right area. You're not quite there yet, though.
So it's not Splash Mountain.
No. It views Big Thunder Mountain. What you're seeing right now is a piece of Big Thunder Mountain. I just need you to pick out where the view's from.
Well,
Somebody said taken from the railroad. You're close, but you're
No,
on the
'cause you
wrong
wouldn't be on the-
side.
couldn't be on the railroad right now anyway.
Valerie,
Unless it's an old...
Valerie is saying tunnel area, Big Thunder Mountain.
No.
Well, Mark says, is it by the Nikon photo spot?
Yes. I will take that answer.
Oh, really?
That's very, very close. Like, Carlos, go ahead and show it.
Okay.
So it's a picture of Big Thunder Mountain from
Oh my
steps
goodness.
away from the Nikon photo
That's
spot.
just kind of mean. Come on, that's ridiculous. You zoomed into... I mean, I don't
know,
even
look
know
how,
if that photo
look how
was zoomed-
far in zoom that was. Right
That's
above where it says After Hours on our screen. That blue light is the first crop.
That-
And people still got it.
Yep.
It's mind-blowing.
I'm going to get even later. I'm just saying.
But
Yeah, good,
it's
very good guess. Nikon photo spot was the closest answer I saw, and probably the most specific you could have been. Because this
What
is
kind of
steps.
camera did you use for this shot?
So this was my previous camera, actually. This was my Nikon, which is why it doesn't crop in as well as the previous photo, because the pixel density is not as tight because it's not full frame, where the ones that are taken with the Sony were full frame. This photo itself is actually the length of the exposure, because this area is so dark. If you actually look, the stars actually start to kind of streak.
The stars at night are shining bright?
Deep in the heart of Texas. but no, this was on my old Nikon, just cheapo D3400 with a ultra wide lens, which lets you leave the shutter open longer without streaking, and about a minute and 40 seconds with the shutter open on
Oops.
3 different.
Is that a photo that
order.
would be for sale on the guide for WDW?
It's not, and I'll tell you why. Because it gets really dark when you print it.
okay.
Because metallic prints, it makes everything darker than
And
it
he's so
appears.
picky.
Contrast. I'm really picky. Yeah.
He's
So
so
that
picky.
one's never made the cut. Even though I love
We'll
this
convince
photo.
him one day. We'll convince him. Don't worry.
I
But
need to
it's-
add some more sometime soon.
Shall we move to the image 3, crop 1?
Yeah,
Sure.
go on to 3.
Is this one like a view from Earth of the moon or something?
I wish. I could probably do that.
I think that this one is
You think
is-
this is the easy one or the hard one?
this one is the easiest one.
Okay.
So let's go to crop 1, image 3.
I think Jason's going to pick up on this quite quickly because he knows this area well.
It's a bathroom?
No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is harder than it appears.
Oh,
This is really cropped in.
oh, yeah, I know exactly what that is.
I say somebody will
Do you
pick
want me
up.
to, I don't want to say it, but it's not Magic Kingdom,
No, it is not Magic Kingdom.
and it's not Hollywood Studios, and it's also not Animal Kingdom.
He's on the right track.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Somebody asked if I've added any more photos to the site. I have not yet, but I will sometime here soon.
So Max, I have to say, Max is saying the walkway by International Gateway.
Yeah, he's actually Max started as saying France and Ep.
Epcot. Yeah, okay. So that's where I was.
Yeah.
That's where my head was too.
So International Gateway is correct. It is correct. I don't know, Carlos. Do we need to be more specific than that? Because that's pretty.
Just back out.
We could build up a little bit of.
If there's blocks, the blocks and the columns and the flag.
I will show the crop 2 now because I already mentioned.
So crop 2 kind of gives it away.
Yes. Crop 2 is giving away a lot.
A lot of people are asking about Haunted Mansion photos, which I'm shocked by. But yes, I do have one, and I can't upload that.
So, yes, Max got it right away.
Yeah, he nailed it.
He nailed it.
I had a feeling. I thought this one might be harder than that, but it's kind of a recognizable view.
Oh, look how pretty that is. Is this a photo that's for sale on the guide for WDW?
No, this one's not either. It didn't make the cut either for me.
It's beautiful.
If anybody wants something particular that pops up on the show, I can add any of them if anybody has a particular request, or I can do a one-off for you if you're interested. So happy to do that, and just reach out.
You just call. No.
Oh. Buddies, but it was great. Collin, you're starting to get better on that.
I'm starting to. I thought I wouldn't have to.
You're saying his
in
photos
that
were
much.
crap. You're saying like his
No.
photos weren't up
I'm not talking
like,
about the quality of the pictures.
I'm
I'm talking about the crop factor because he's starting
It's
to
really
get.
difficult to try to find things because I mean a lot of the photos I intentionally take photos of things that are recognizable. So it's like it's hard to come up with little pieces of photos that people aren't going to come up with immediately
Like
because it's like
LeFou's crotch.
Yeah. It was his eye, thank you very much, and his nose. It was Gaston's calf, probably.
It was the back of his calf, I think.
So LeFou is all he was. Never mind. We'll just move on.
Next time was me the back of Jason's head, just for saying that.
We'll debrief later.
Buddies.
You laugh, but I do have a photo of you that we could use for this. I have actually more than one.
There are several photos. Actually,
I think it's time to change the subject.
Last week we came up with outstanding Rio photos. That
That was just for my buddy. We were making some Pee Wee Herman references earlier in the talk amongst yourselves. I'm busy in the chat here.
Buddies, now is the time.
Now is the best time to change the subject.
Let's talk about our favorite things. What we're gonna do different from last week is that what we did is that we took a specific topic, a specific subject, and then we're going to take our favorite thing in that topic. It brought us to a huge discussion talking about lakes, but then we agreed that
useless discussion.
Then we agreed that our top.
We didn't even use a lake.
That Disney's moderate resorts. Well, it is. I'm quite happy with what we did. But my suggestion, if I can suggest a sequence, I would like to be the last one.
No.
Yes, you will.
Why? So he can cheat? That's what normally happens.
Every week.
No, it's not. It's not.
We should have it should be an over-under bet or something.
Trust me, there will be no honorable mention, but you don't want me to go first. You want me to go last.
I'm pretty sure he said that
I'm
last
a little
week.
scared.
No, yeah. Good.
Even in the prep meeting, we talked about you not going last.
No.
You were going to go first.
Technically saying, that's why I have to say I need to go last.
Are you
gonna
unprepared?
steal
I don't think he has a topic. I think he's going to wait to see what we say.
Maybe
No.
he's changed.
He wants to make sure that we don't cover. Like I get it now.
No, you understand? You're gonna think. Oh, that's why.
He's going to
Copy off. You can copy off my homework. It's fine.
No, I did not
Why
copy
should
it.
they be any different?
And I'll need to pay attention to yours because you brought a load of pictures, and I have to follow your lead on that. So why don't we start with Jason?
Oh boy. Okay, we can.
Yes.
Is that what you want?
Yep.
Well, here are friends. I'm here to talk to you about how Carlos told us he was going to go first. But no, actually, I'm not here to talk to you.
Jesus moment.
I'm here to talk to you about my favorite moderate, and it's a new one. It's a new one. It's not. It hasn't been my favorite because it hasn't been my favorite for long because it hasn't existed for long. And in the interest of full disclosure, I've never actually stayed here.
Which is
like,
ironic, because I think
really.
I've stayed here more than most people in the United States have stayed here in the last year.
Yeah, I did stay there. And Colin, you'll be happy to know, like, I tried to find the picture that had both of our names on the television. Do you remember that?
No.
What's that?
We
can't even tell that story because then Disney will be unhappy with us.
Well, we didn't do anything wrong. The deal was that Colin added me to his room reservation at Coronado Springs Grand Destino, which is what I'm going to be talking to you about. I think you did it because we were trying to get some. We were trying to have a meeting. We're going to have a.
Yeah.
No, but we're also going to have we're going to have a meeting there. We're going to see if we can get a room. Remember, like a conference room or something.
Oh yeah. We were going to do a phone call.
And so, but you weren't going to be flying until later, so you added me.
Yeah.
And anyway, it was a little embarrassing to see our names.
Yeah. Literally. As dumb as that sounds to some people on this, it was a work thing.
But anyway, I'm here to talk to you about our room. I'm here to talk about Grand Destino, and Grand Destino. It is. Where do I begin? I don't know, Carlos. Can you put that picture back up? So that is taken from the walkway, one of the bridges, actually. And speaking of lakes, this is Lago Dorado, I believe, behind the Grand Destino Tower, and it's gorgeous. So this is the rear of the building, but I think it's probably the most attractive side of the building. It is where you're standing. You're close to the Three Bridges restaurant area, and there's music. What you can't hear is there's wonderful music playing. Most of the time it's Rodrigo y Gabriela playing like Spanish guitar. It's so great. It's so great, right? What I really love about this resort also is that it doesn't scream Disney. And they do that.
Which is why a lot of people don't like it, which is
I know.
worth noting. Yeah,
it's tastefully Disney because
it is.
It's a conference hotel first and foremost,
and always has been for that matter. Yeah.
And so they are catering to not just the families, but who come along with their spouses and significant others for conferences. But they want it to be a professional looking space, and it is crazy inside. Let's go inside. I don't know if you have a picture. So this is downstairs.
I should have sent you pictures.
For whatever reason, I've never taken a picture apparently of the gin bar, which is to my back. But this is the view from the bar.
Shocked.
towards the area where we were standing before from the outside. Absolutely gorgeous. These windows, this sort of giant windows. There's an atrium ceiling above us that has like stairwells. There's a stairwell over to, not even stairway over to our right to where we're sitting. That leads up to the lobby. And I don't know if you have a picture of the lobby space as well. So this is part of the lobby space, but it's one of these cool little work areas. These are desks.
Incredibly functional.
It's
The
super
whole
functional.
space.
There are these desks that are there. What you can't see, there's power ports that are integrated into those lights and also under the desk. In the drawers, there were pens and there were pamphlets and pieces of paper for people could use if they were sitting there. And do you remember, Colin, the chairs there? They're just like they're functional, but they're just uncomfortable enough that you're not going to
like
sit.
half of a chair back.
Going to park there all afternoon to get some work done. So, but it's a really good space. That is actually right off of the main entrance to the lobby. It's beautiful work, and of course, throughout the building, the artwork, the sculptures, the overall design is inspired by Salvador Dali, and it's also the building is sort of this celebration of the relationship that Salvador Dali had with Walt Disney, which is not commonly understood that they were friends. But
There's a good book about it.
Yeah, the one I didn't buy at the Disney Family Museum.
I have it if you want to see it.
Did you? Did you buy it?
I didn't buy it. I already had it. I got it as a gift.
Okay, well that's trains.
Yes.
Yeah.
At Carrollwood, I believe.
It's
isn't
Carrollwood,
it?
yes.
The Homely Hills estate. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I have any other pictures of the lobby. We can head upstairs. My favorite spot, of course,
Which
is
Yeah,
upstairs, because you go up the stairs. You go up the elevator, and also the cool thing about the elevators there, they have these automatic elevators, so you actually select your floor before you get in the elevator. You select the floor from a panel. There's 2 panels, I think, out in the elevator bank area. You go and you select your floor, and then the elevator. Weird, right? It's really weird.
Really strange.
So when you get off of the elevator,
very
I think this is
first.
what is this? The 12th floor?
Yes, I think it's 12.
You get off
16, I think.
Okay, 16. I was close.
16.
Not
Yeah.
really. So if you get off the 16th floor, let's say it's the 16th floor, and you make a left, this is what you will see, and that is the entrance to one of my favorite restaurants that I can't go to right now, which is Toledo. Fantastic. It's kind of a blend. I was going to say it's like a tapas style restaurant, and they do have that for sure, but they also have like really well portioned sized entrees. The chicken is amazing. I've eaten there like 5 times, I think. Maybe twice with.
So I've
Colin.
only been there once.
Or only once with you? It was only one
Yeah,
time.
I think we've only been once. Again, for an event.
What did you get when we ate there?
I got the filet, and honestly, I did not expect to enjoy this restaurant. Just completely straight up, and I didn't tell Jason that, but I really enjoyed it. Like more so than I ever expected to. Because it's simple. Like you can get stuff that's simple enough on the menu that like you can push your boundaries a little bit if you're not like super
like grilled octopus
willing to try new things. No, that's on the. I did try it. I did not enjoy it, but I did try it.
It's the only complaint I have about the restaurant is because they do have amazing views for the east side with a balcony on, particularly when you go to Dahlia, but nothing to enjoy the sunset in the other side. You have the windows. Yes, you have the
not
windows.
Exactly true.
Room.
There's a special room in Toledo with the private dining room, and also there's a little section just a little beyond that private dining room, which I've sat with Michelle, and there's windows that do face north, and you can see the Magic Kingdom fireworks when they're happening.
Oh, good.
And if you go for dinner, expect a long meal.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun, but expect a long meal.
The service there is fantastic, but it's not rushed at all.
By design,
it has a very Mediterranean feel purposefully. It's really nice. If you get off the elevator and you head to your right, you will be heading into the Dahlia Lounge, which
some of the most impressive views
is. I mean, hands down, I feel a good thing Lisa Donato Glassner's not watching, because it may be my favorite lounge, like even over Geyser Point.
Wow, that's surprising. Now I will say the views are second to none. And
that's the entrance to Dahlia that he keeps flipping. Now that's
I've
the lounge.
spent a substantial amount of time in this
We
lounge.
spent
It's kind
so
of
much
ridiculous.
time. So they used to. Now let's just keep that picture up for a second. They used to the first set of chairs there. You see the lower. There's like a lower.
Didn't there used to be like a case there?
You and I sit like Colin and I. Our spot is right to the left of that.
You can't say that.
No, we can't. We never have. You and I. We've been there several times. We've never actually had an alcoholic beverage there together.
No, because it was like 2 in the afternoon every time. Because we literally sit there and work.
We're working, and you can. There's power ports there. Again, it's a convention hotel, so they're catering to folks who are there also working.
Like us. Yeah.
And there's power ports there. But the snacks, they start serving food.
Good.
I think 4:00, and
charcuterie board is
the
wonderful.
charcuterie plate. And I didn't send Carlos any pictures of the food, which is a mistake, I think. But
I do have
that too. I can't.
it's incredible, and the cheese plate is amazing. And if you can imbibe, it's the drinks are fantastic. The bartenders are really good, and the view outside to the so we're facing that in that space. If you're looking to your left, you get this gorgeous panoramic view of what I guess that's sort of the southeast side.
Southeast.
So you can see Epcot all the way across to Hollywood Studios.
When they're doing the Star Wars fireworks, it's incredible.
It's really fun, and there's a balcony out there, and you can go sit out there, and they'll serve you food and drinks out there as well as inside. I do have this fun. Maybe on tomorrow's lunch break, little plug there. I will maybe I'll pull up the video I have from when there was this torrential thunderstorm happening when we were up there in the space. But I just. So this hotel, I know, like I'm talking a lot about the restaurants and the lounges, but that's the whole point. Like you go to if you're staying at this hotel or even just visiting, you can spend hours here. You can. We didn't show the pictures of Three Bridges. Maybe you have those to queue up. But so we go back outside. This was what the restaurant was actually supposed to be called originally, was Villa del Lago.
Mm-hmm.
And
Everybody
it's
called
not.
it Three Bridges.
So
Yeah.
it's not. Well, even Disney, the app says
It's
Three
like
Bridges.
they ordered the sign and then just never used it.
Yeah, we're not going to use that. We're not going to use that name. They call it Three Bridges. I think they had one more view. This is some of the seating inside with a nice view of the tower as well from there. It doesn't open until 4:30 in the afternoon. Same with the lounge upstairs. The downstairs, the lobby lounge, which is also what I refer to as the gin bar, because they have like these make your own gin and tonics. It's fantastic. They're open. They're just always open. It seems like maybe they open at 11
really
or something.
Early. I think
it's
they have
really
like little items for breakfast, like in that little cooler case
Irish
off to the
coffees.
side. Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
I
But
never.
we haven't even mentioned you've got Rick's there on property too, which is almost always open
Well,
because
but that's not
they're
in
open
town.
at really late hours too. No, but it's right next door. It's attached,
Yeah. You have to go down the hallway a little
and their
bit.
food court's incredible as far as variety goes. I've eaten there many times, and it's open
Yeah.
late.
I never tried the Three Bridges restaurant, and for me, it's something that I need to do.
So the other thing, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Carlos.
I've been twice to Toledo and Dahlia. Both of the times I was alone.
Oh.
But
Oh,
What? I was right up the street.
sorry,
I was right up the street. Why didn't you call me?
You haven't.
I was probably there.
If it's data that ends in Y, there's a good chance that Colin's there, as long as the NBA isn't occupying the
No,
building.
but like in all seriousness, if we want to talk on the rooms here briefly,
I was going to ask
mean-
you to talk about the concierge, not the club level.
So I've stayed in almost every room type at Coronado, minus there's the ground rooms which are off the
Not in
tower.
the tower.
Yeah, they're kind of spread out there. The older rooms, they have been remodeled. The water view rooms are substantially nicer location than the non-water view rooms. It's worth the extra $10 for most people because you're closer to bus stops and such. The rooms inside are very, very similar. The tower rooms are bigger, and the shower setup's a little different in the sink setup, and you get a little more square footage. But the ground rooms, for the money, are probably the best moderate rooms on property for the price tag. As we move up, the tower rooms, the standard tower rooms, are really, really nice. They're bigger than the ground rooms, like I mentioned before. But then you have the option of going to a one-bedroom suite, which I stayed in one time with family. And I sound stupid here. Like, this is just ridiculous. So the one-bedroom suite is essentially you get a full living room with a rollout. You get a king bed, and you get 2 bathrooms with it. One's kind of a master bathroom. The other's just kind of an extra. That's very small. It's very, very nice because all the suite rooms in the tower come with club level access. Now, we typically book villas or suites. This room in particular was about the same cost as a one-bedroom villa at, say, preferred room at Key West or something like that. It's not ridiculously expensive, and you get club level access. So you get access to the concierge floor even though you're not on the concierge floor in the suite rooms, which is a weird concept. But you do get club access, and it's called the Kronos Club. It's the best club level experience I've had, which is saying something because I've been club level at Wilderness Lodge too, and that's incredible too.
Mm-hmm.
But the array of food at Kronos Club is second to none. I mean, they serve you basically a full breakfast in the morning. They won't call it that, but I mean, you have Mickey waffles, you have eggs, you have bacon, you have sausage, you have a whole array of drinks, coffees, cookies. I mean, if you name it, they've got it. And then they have a snack meal in the afternoon, unlimited drinks, and this one's open all the time, where some of the clubs are not open all the time. So you can go in and get drinks.
Any of this.
I offered.
I was trying to play by the rules.
But
so I get couple things to point out from the group here. Number one.
Ask questions.
Three Bridges. So the entire tower, Grand Casino Tower, as well as Coronado Springs, Three Bridges, all of that right now is inside the NBA bubble. It's going to be the last element of the bubble to,
I believe, it is
be released
the week of Thanksgiving for sure.
Is it that late?
If you're looking at rooms, they did have rooms there then. It's probably earlier than that though, but I know where I was looking at Thanksgiving, I do know for a fact they are booking that week. It's basically full though.
And Michael Riley said, for someone that's been to Disney many times, I've missed an awful lot. And ain't that the truth? Like, I feel that way.
For every one of us though.
And I think, Michael, that's the point. And that's why we do this also, because there's so much. And we're talking to each other about things, and we're learning. I mean, this was my favorite moderate. And listen, Colin's teaching me things about this place. So this is, I mean, that's just Disney. That's just Disney. These fools out there who say things like, how come you go to Disney all the time? How can you go to Disney all the time? Don't you get bored? I'm like, are you out of your mind? Like,
anybody that tells you they're an expert, they're lying to you, because nobody's an expert about everything on property.
There's so much to do. We love it. Anyway, that's it. So I know I just talked a ton of time about this resort, but I love it. It's fantastic. Yeah. It's my favorite moderate.
Oh,
yeah. I'll digress on the room side of things, but I mean, legitimately, of the places that I've stayed in the last 2 years, I've spent at least 5 trips there. So that speaks for itself as far as repeat value.
And Terry brought another comment that I need to point out, because Terry already brought that beautiful. I know.
I was ignoring that one.
Carlos, we can move on. Silva, you should find someone to go with. I'll try Lou. Since Jason and Collin have each other.
Give Lou a call.
And yes, I'll give Lou a call, and Lou will say right away. He will never let me alone there.
You never called.
Okay.
How did I get stuck in the middle of this?
Collin.
Wherever I am.
Collin.
Come running.
So now I kind of feel bad that I didn't choose Grand Casino Tower.
But there's another one here. So are you ready to talk about your...
I was afraid you were going to pick that, actually. So I'm glad you did.
Really?
Yeah.
So we're talking about Disney's moderate resorts, and this is Collin's favorite.
Yeah, so mine is actually not open right now, much like Jason's, unfortunately. But it's
not because of the NBA.
No, not because of the NBA, because of other issues. But I'm going to Port Orleans French Quarter. And if somebody had to point blank tell me, hey, you got to pick one moderate to stay in, more often than not, it's going to be French Quarter. And I say that with a little bit of hesitancy, as you probably noted, because it does tend to be one of the most expensive moderates. It's a much smaller property, which pays off tenfold for you on bus situation because there's only one bus stop opposed to Caribbean Beach and Destino and places like that have 5 or 6 sometimes. Also, the main lobby and the food is excellent. Some of the best quick service food anywhere on property. Plus they have beignets, which is just added bonus, especially if you get back from the parks late. You're hungry, you want a snack, you don't want to go quite to end of the day yet. Go get you some beignets, listen to some jazz music out at Scat Cats. I think that's what it's called. I'm sorry if I butchered that, but it's a really nice atmosphere. And I've heard it from everybody that stayed there that it's just a good change of pace compared to the scale of a lot of the moderate resorts that Disney has. Even compared to Riverside, it's substantially more compact, which is very, very nice from a guest experience perspective. You don't have to walk very far to your car if you're driving. If you're coming on Magical Express, you don't have a long walk to your bus stops. Especially if you get a pool view room or a garden view room, because they tend to dominate the middle buildings. The pool sits right out back. Carlos, I don't know if I have a pool picture that I sent you or not. There's the one with the alligators and the gate behind it.
Yes.
Maybe show that one if you can.
I have this
so this leads out to the pool. The pool's actually behind the alligators. There's a fence back there, and then you go into the pool on the back side of it. But the atmosphere is just very, very nice. It's a very laid back. Again, it's not like Disney thrown in your face type situation. There's a nice little gift shop, and really the vibe here is just very soft comparatively to some of the more Disney oriented. Like for some reason in mind, Art of Animation comes to mind on the value side of things, which is kind of a value plus anyway. But it's an excellent resort. It's not Disney oriented, but there's still enough splash of Disney to feel like you're in the bubble and you're enjoying it. And there's so many upsides and so few downsides that it has to be top of the list for me. Plus that main entryway is just gorgeous at night and a very unique experience. That it's kind of a green room type of greenhouse effect. Also, as an added bonus, you have the option of transportation to Disney Springs via pontoon boat, which is really, really nice, especially if you're looking for someplace right now when this resort actually reopens. With the shorter hours, Disney Springs is open later than everything else. So when this resort reopens, which we're starting to hear that it might sooner rather than later, we'll see if that's true or not, but it's a perfect place for that. If you're going to spend a lot of time at Disney Springs, there's no easier way to get to Disney Springs than to jump on a boat, steps from your back of your room, ride down the Sassagoula River, and you're there. And they drop you off right in the middle, and it's great. Especially if you're going to eat down there a lot, or you're going to shop a lot, or you're just going to have a day that's just Disney Springs rather than spending a day in a park.
Or drink a lot of Beverly at the top of the Coca-Cola.
And buddy, do you know what is better than the beignet there? Is the burger beignet. Have you tried that?
Yeah, I've not tried that.
Amanda Bowner with the Disney Travel for All, she's talked about that before, and I've never had it. Never tried it.
Amazing.
It looks wonderful. I've not tried it. It was on a hidden menu, but I don't think it is anymore. I think it's actually on the menu.
I have trouble wrapping my head around that one.
Their fish sandwich is wonderful as well. They have a catfish po' boy.
That I have. I've had that. That's fantastic.
That's wonderful. And
now I want that.
Great value. Yeah.
They
have
I love catfish.
A steak sandwich too, like a Philly cheesesteak type sandwich. It's really good too.
It is funny.
So many good options.
It is funny, guys, because for me, in terms of food, the only thing that in cultural wise that is a little bit different for me is any kind of sandwich with fish. But
really?
I'm starting to get used with it. So, but it's strange.
Random Brazilian fact of the day.
No, there's no fish sandwiches there. Well, you have
a logo for that. Brazilian fact of the day.
so what I love also about Port Orleans French Quarter is that even though it's a compact resort, as you were saying, it doesn't feel that way when you're in it. It's hard. So
it never feels
highly walkable. You can get to it. Doesn't, even if you're one of the furthest rooms from the entrance, it doesn't take long to get to your room. But but because of the little courtyards that they have and the fountains and the paths, that sort of circuitous paths, and some of the rooms face pools, some of the rooms face courtyards, some of the rooms face the waterway.
The waterway rooms are amazing.
It feels so different. It feels so different. Walking that resort doesn't take long, but it does.
Very unique.
You turn the corner and you're in a different space. You're in a very different space, and then of course you can walk up the river. And be in Riverside.
Or ride the boat if you're lazy like me.
It's right there. It's right there. Just walk, or you can ride a bike.
You could. They do rent those as well.
Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of fun.
So many things to do over there. It's just an awesome
And
experience.
this used to be my favorite moderate.
Really, I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, and then Gran Destino happened.
True.
Yep.
But they're competitive in price now these days. Gran Destino tends to be a little cheaper because they have the larger variety of rooms. But very comparable really to a tower room versus French Quarter as far as price point goes.
Price point, yeah.
Well,
Carlos?
Well, I have to admit that Coronado Springs used to be my favorite, and I never been to Gran Destino to stay in there. I already visited the resort, but never staying there.
Alone, we heard.
Yes, alone, always. But what happened is the one that I chose for my favorite is what actually was not my favorite for a long time. I tried that resort twice before, and it didn't click. And then last year, after a renovation and after main Portland, the addition of Skyliner, that resort started to become.
Oh, here it comes.
No, really, really fine. No, there's nothing, no surprise here.
No, I know what you're going to say now.
No, it is. I'm talking about the Caribbean Beach Resort. But instead of talking and instead of showing pictures, why don't you come along with me and let's take a walk through the Caribbean Resort? So that was our little tour around Caribbean Beach Resort. I really liked it.
I think you forgot a part though.
Which one?
Did you get any pictures of you dining alone?
Oh yes, and I was at the Sebastian, and it was a really nice. It was really nice meal alone, and it's true.
Shocked me. Like,
it's true. It's true. I was alone there. You know what happened is because usually I go during the week and alone, and then I do my videos, my photos, and that's it.
He is married and has kids, for the record.
Yes, my wife is working.
He just leaves them at home.
Yeah. And at home, I'm the Disney enthusiast. I'm not saying that they're not, but I say it's better for me to go during the week. and one thing I have to tell you is that the whole thing with the Skyliner changed that resort a lot, and and also the renovation that they did, the whole new the Port Royal, the whole new area, it is amazing. I really like that resort. I know that sometimes when you stay in one of the sections that's really far away, it could be a little bit different, but it's a nice place. And the sky, when you walk around that lake that nobody knows the name, and it's not the Barefoot Bay, my friend.
Yes, it is.
The Barefoot Bay is the bay, the
According
beach
to the
there.
Google, it is.
But it's whenever you walk there, you will see you have the Skyliner there, the sights, and particularly during the sunset, it is really beautiful. And that's my favorite and moderate resort, and it became last year.
Confession time.
Yes.
I've never eaten at Sebastian's.
Oh, it is good. It is really good.
That's what I've heard. I can't
Honestly,
get there
I've
yet.
not been over there. This is why it kind of shocks me, but that he chose this. I've not been over there since they remodeled it beyond just like walking through, like the actual like resort side of it, not the entranceway and like the lobby area and all that stuff that they completely redid. But I mean, like Skyliner trips through and like stuff like that, and like. But if you are on the far end, I mean, now it's probably the best time to stay there, because if you're on the far end at Caribbean Beach, you're almost to Riviera. So if you want to go to Riviera, you're just going over to get there.
What's the name of that area?
I forget what the station's called.
No. It's Riviera Station, but what's the name of the building? That section of Caribbean Beach.
Yeah, it's on Caribbean Island. They all are.
Which section?
No.
The Port
Barbados
Royal.
is on the other side. If I
The
remember.
Aruba. Maybe the Aruba section.
I don't remember.
There's Aruba.
Aruba,
But I mean, if you're on that end, jump on the Skyliner and ride to the next station. You're right at the heart of Caribbean Beach. I mean,
there's a movie, Tom Cruise.
The Beach Boys. That's the Beach Boys, my friend. There's a one.
No, it was
the
the
Beach
movie
Boys.
Cocktail. the movie Cocktail. Remember?
I know, but
Okay.
yeah.
nope.
I was trying to bring it closer to his birthday, Carlos.
Okay.
I mean, it's still 12 years off or so.
So you only missed it by that
Before or
much.
after?
That's it by that much. All right, that's another reference. So
I know
we have
that
to
one.
when it opens up, when it opens back up, we got to get over there for lunch.
It is open.
No, it's not.
The
No,
resort's open.
no. The resort is open, but Sebastian's is closed.
Sebastian's
Oh,
not.
the restaurant's not. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm tracking now.
Sebastian's is closed.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's a lovely place. I really like that place a lot.
Great views.
But you know one thing, the only bad thing when you walk around Caribbean Beach, depending on the time, particularly right now, is that
I know. Well, the Skyliner makes it. It has that whoosh sound, but that's not what I hear right now.
What was that?
Oh, what
We're
is that?
So
What's
bad at this.
what's that sound, man?
What's that sound? Jason, please explain to the audience.
Would you like me to explain
Yes.
the madness that's about to happen?
Yes.
So, what's that sound is all about? Jason just tossing these short
Use
little
your
clips
words
of
carefully.
sounds out there, and miraculously somebody guesses them like in the first 10 seconds. Carlos is going to play a clip for you, some of them briefer than others, of a Disney space in a park, resort. It's your job to figure out what that sound is from. And we do encourage you to be as specific as possible. Because we're kind of picky when it comes to these things.
Just a little bit.
So let's go
I don't know what the order is, and I do not believe that Collin has heard any
No,
of
I haven't
these.
heard any of these.
No.
So I don't know whether Carlos is putting the challenging one first tonight or not.
No, I'm gonna follow the order that you sent me. So
Well, I don't remember.
let's go to the first one in 1, 2, and 3.
So that's the hardest one first. Okay.
Yeah,
Well-
and again you have when you have the ambient sound open, it is tricky.
Well, so I will tell you that the noise, that sort of high pitched sound you hear, which is kind of magnified in my headphones, those are. I mean, I feel like I'm not giving this
No,
too much away here.
Yes.
Those are actually like crickets or cicadas that you're hearing in the background, so that helps set the scene a little bit. And I also will say that well, no, I'm not going to say anything else yet. Let's play it again. Then, if you need another hint, I'll say something else.
Let's play again.
Yeah,
So-
that's
So
I don't know where this is.
Lisa,
I've got a couple guesses, but I don't know where
Lisa
this
saying
is.
living with the land. Caleb is saying for
Not.
Jericho. Caleb is in South Carolina now. Chris Shepard is Beer Garden or Italy Pavilion.
I'm going to take a guess and say this is outside of the parks. You don't have to clarify if that's true or not.
Then Zach Brown is
Is-
saying
it is outside of the parks.
Aha.
Zach Brown
about
is
them
saying
apples?
Wilderness Lodge. Could be Riverside. Grandestino Lobby.
Zach from the Zach Brown show. He's just going to name all the resorts.
Hey, that's a strategy, and it probably will work.
Rather, Heather is saying animatronic crickets. No,
Oh no, those are actually the real deal. Those are the real deal.
Well, you think they are. You don't really know that.
That's true. It is
Go
Disney.
and find them.
That's true. I have a hunch that they're real.
the dock
not-
by Grand Floridian.
It is not the dock by the Grand Floridian. It is not Jason's tree. They're not Mexican crickets. At least I don't think they are Mexican crickets, but I'm sure Mexican crickets would sound lovely.
They have an accent.
It's not Animal Kingdom Lodge. Okay. So it is.
Someone got
I'm
it
trying to
really
see if I'm
close.
gonna- What's that, Carlos?
Someone
Some are
got
close.
really close.
Yes. It's not Alani, so this is on Walt Disney World property. I got to tell you, it's been a long time since we've featured a sound that wasn't in Walt Disney World, because most of you yelled at me when we had the Disneyland sound. But for future purposes, if we ever do have a sound that's outside of Walt Disney World, we will tell you that in advance. How about that? So this is not. It is. I will tell you this. It is a resort. It is from a Disney resort. I won't tell you which one yet.
And let me play
And
again.
I'm going to want more than, I don't know, maybe it's mean to say which. I probably am going to want more than just the name of the resort too.
Oh, come on, that's mean.
It is mean, I know, but then once I tell you, then you'll be like, oh yeah, you should have had.
Okay. So
One more time. What's like one more time? I haven't seen it come up yet.
Sorry, let me do. Saratoga Springs, Jerry. No.
No, someone did say Jason Tree, and that's not far off.
I've got a guess, but I'm not going to say it. I feel like I was not. When you say not that far off, it's really not that far off.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And
I've spent a lot of time in this area.
Elena
spent
is
a lot of
saying.
time
Elena is
in this
saying
area,
Riviera.
Colin.
No.
a lot of time. And Zach Brown, you can't. I'm not even going to let you guess because you were actually there when I recorded
Oh, that's
this.
embarrassing.
No.
So you don't get to say. You don't get to say anything else now that you've
Yes.
heard me say that.
Valerie is asking if it's the mosquito area.
It is very close to the mosquito area. Now, do you remember where that is?
So Mark
That
Jones.
took me a minute to process what that meant.
So Mark Jones is saying the beach.
The beach. It is not the beach, but he's got one of the correct resorts. He's got one of those resorts is correct. One of those resorts is correct. Let me fix the syntax there. Yeah, Zach, you sit and feed your ducks. That's right. That was funny when he was feeding his duck. Now they're his ducks, apparently. Once you feed the duck, then it becomes yours.
He's acquired them.
Yes. He has little leashes, little duck leashes.
Isn't that
Cardboard
song?
box in the back of the car.
So if you have been watching After Hours for the past couple of months, this area was featured on After Hours.
So Doreen is saying Yacht Club?
Literally.
Because and let me be fair. Mike O'Reilly also said Yacht Club before.
Nope.
Lisa Gettemine
Sim Milam says Beach Club, but I would like more. Maybe it's mean for them. Maybe it's mean for me to expect everybody else to have a specific answer. But Collin Kendall.
You want my specific answer?
Yes.
Well, I feel like Valerie says lightning area. Laugh at this was thankfully it wasn't literally the lightning area, but this is the area
very close, isn't it?
That was in the background.
Kim is saying poolside at GH and
I was gonna
and
say
beach.
near the entrance to the Villa Wing. Was gonna be my guess.
That is very precise. That is very precise, and that would be correct. It is. Why don't you go ahead and put the
review?
Put the review. Yeah. It just keeps going.
Long,
it's not like the reveal sound helps. Caleb nailed it actually when the courtyard at Disney's Beach Club Resort. I don't actually know if this is called the DVC courtyard or not, but it is the courtyard that basically separates the DVC wing from.
And so, in fairness, I mean that little secret path plays the same music too.
Oh,
it goes over to Epcot.
Oh
so
no, it's not always. I don't think it's always the same.
It's very, very similar.
No, it's different. I think it's different. Anyway, that is where we got eaten alive by mosquitoes. That's the hardest one. The good news is that's the hardest one out of the way.
He always says that, and then it gets worse.
No, yes, but it is. Yep.
Oh, let's do the second one.
In 1, 2, and 3.
What the heck is that?
That's all you're gonna get, because that's all it should take. Why don't we play it again?
Let's see.
Yep.
Carlos playing a flute, a logical answer.
Shepard says Pop Century?
Pop Century?
Nope.
No.
Lisa Miles says it's usually worse because our brains are fried from the first one. Zach says Katsura Grill. It is not Katsura Grill. But now I want some Katsura Grill. Caleb says Oasis at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and Caleb, you are so close. You're burning up.
Mm-hmm.
You're burning up.
I have a guess, but I'm going to hold it to myself.
Valerie, that's interesting. Valerie says Whistle on Circus Splash Train area. That's
close. That sounds very similar.
It's totally not, but but wow.
It does sound that though.
Really? Does it?
Close sound, yeah.
And because Doreen also said Oregon on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I could understand how that would sound that way. and Navi River. No, I'm not going to feature that. Terry Stinson's already kind of, you can't really fully enjoy that attraction without riding with Terry. I'm just going to put it.
Enjoy's a strong word.
Well, Terry kind of adds enjoyment to it. Like I get on the attraction and I'm
Jason
like,
loves that attraction so much.
The first time I heard, because what I usually try to do is when I receive the clips, I try to hear without reading the file.
Yeah.
It was the same guest that Mark Sheffield had.
oh really?
Yes.
And what was Mark? The Rapunzel,
Yes.
the Tangled bathroom.
Yes, the Tangled bathroom.
I love that area, but that's not it. Caleb was the closest so far.
Can I give a guess here? Because I don't think
Actually, Lisa Milam's even technically closer now, but that's not it.
And what about
Zach
Chris Shepard?
Chris Shepard said tough to be a bug. No, it's not tough to be a bug.
Is he closer though? Because if so, I'm in the direction of my guess.
Probably yes, closer. Yes, he is closer.
Yes. Talk.
And let's see.
I really don't think I'm right.
What?
Like, should I say it or should I wait?
I don't think you're wrong to say. I think you could be right. I mean, look,
Lisa.
For those of you, let me just give you a hint. For those of you who are subscribers to Here with the Magic, you will have received a newsletter about a week ago that featured.
I should have read that
area.
email.
I received it.
And you can subscribe by visiting herewiththemagic.com, of course.
Lisa getting Milan is saying Animal Kingdom Tree of Life line.
Yeah, and I do see Zach Brown says the Tree of Life Garden Pathway, Animal Kingdom Tree of Life. So I would accept any of these answers. Tree of Life walkways, exit of the Tree of Life, or like exit from Tough to Be a Bug. The music there is different, I think. Mm-hmm. But you wouldn't. I mean, it's close enough. Why don't we go ahead and play the reveal? Actually, I should have sent you the video. It's right there at the base. So, like, where you get your picture taken.
Mm-hmm.
Where Terry since already had the PhotoPass guy take a picture of me taking a picture. I don't know whatever happened to that photo.
This sounded like Rafiki's Planet Watch to me. Like
okay.
the area near the front of it. But clearly that's wrong.
I haven't done that in forever.
I haven't either, which is probably why I thought that.
You know what I did? Last year I came back after a long time not visiting and went there. I really like
the little train's cool.
Yes, I like the train.
That's all I remember. It's been way too long.
But
okay, how about number 3?
Yes, in 1, 2, and 3.
That's all you're gonna get.
That's weak.
Can I do again?
They're gonna get so fast. Let's play it again, and you'll just watch how fast they get this.
In 1, 2, and 3.
Could have guessed, but I don't think I'm right again.
I mean, I think the cruelty will come in when I get persnickety about the specific location.
The cruelty.
Was I there when you recorded this?
No.
No? Okay. Have I ridden this with you?
No.
Oh, so no, it's not what I thought it was then.
What did you think it was?
I thought it was Runaway Railway.
Oh, really?
The kind of train noise? Yeah. Where it kind of leaves the station? It kind of had that vibe to it. I could be miles off.
You are literally miles off. You're literally miles off.
And let me play again
I can only get one right in a given day.
And Collin, pay attention, Collin, because I cannot hear any train on there. In 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I got.
I
nothing.
think I know what he thinks he's here.
Yeah,
What you think is like a steam train or something in the
Yeah, it kind
background.
of sounds like that rumble when you're leaving the station.
That's not steam.
Huh. Interesting.
What else makes that kind of sound? Think back to
That's
last.
for them to guess.
Back to
I've
last
already
week.
said mine.
Back to last week. So Caleb says Casey Jr. Splash Zone. No, it is not Casey Jr. It is not Winnie the Pooh, although I love Winnie the Pooh. Oh, love Winnie the Pooh. It's not Mexico, although I love Mexico. It is not. It's not a train. No, but it is. I don't want.
No, you-
Play one more time. And I'll give a hint.
and 1, 2, and 3. That is
Maybe I made it too short.
It's
You know-
really short.
Mark Jones.
I think
Mark
somebody will
Jones.
get it. But
Mark Jones is saying waterfall. There's
So okay. So there is a waterfall in this space, for sure.
that narrows it down.
I
there's some water.
And I will tell you also, it's not in a park.
Wow.
Doreen is asking a boat.
And I think Carlos,
I went there.
Um,
I went there alone.
I think that maybe we'll have to stop by here next week.
Could be.
Mhm.
Could be.
So it's not Jungle Cruise. It's not Little Mermaid Q, although that would be a good guess, but it's not in the park.
Someone got really close.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
I didn't. Would you like to help me out? Say,
Y- y-
We need more specific than
oh,
that.
Mark Sheffield.
Now
Oh,
the
Mark
two
Sheffield said entrance.
actually
he said
Zach Brown and Mark Sheffield got really close.
Yeah. So it is at the Polynesian. But I'm gonna make you be more specific than that
I'm shocked.
because I believe in you. Because I believe in you.
Well, there's only so many things open at the Polynesian right now, so that narrows it down a bit.
What makes you think I recorded it right now?
That's true. He's been known to.
In fact,
scour
I will
the
tell you. I will tell you this. Here's a big hint. It wouldn't matter whether it was recorded during
that,
this period or
proves my
before,
point.
because I actually recorded this. I'll tell you later. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's
Mark Sheffield is saying pool area.
pool area, and that's close.
Pool
It's
area poly.
Close.
Sarah Goff is saying Polynesian entrance. Zach is asking by the pool.
It is by the pool, but there's a more specific spot. It's
Doreen
not the
is saying Luau.
pool. The Luau Walkway. It is closer to the pool than to the Luau Walkway, but
Waterfront in
Just to
front
get-
of the resort.
see now we're having fun, right? Now we're having fun.
Yeah.
The ferry boat while you were standing at the poly. No.
Let me play the sound again.
Okay.
That is cruel.
I know they at this point they they know it's poly. Like you're not
I
gonna
only know
really-
because they've asked a million questions.
You're
to
not
get
gonna
down
get
to
anything
this
else.
point.
You're not going to get anything else. I will tell you that this area, I don't think it was featured in any of the Here with the Magic videos, but I have featured this specific area in Instagram posts. Here's the thing, guys. I'm pretty lazy. So if you watch the videos, if you join the lunch breaks, and if you follow me on Instagram, you got a running start on this thing. That's what I'm just saying.
All of the above, and I still don't know.
Mark Sheffield is saying Captain Cook's outside.
Oh boy, I feel bad saying no because you're practically right, but like literally that wasn't where I was. But it's probably the same sound. It's probably the same. It's Mark and I. I've never had the pleasure of Mark and I've never met, and I feel bad being kind of a like stickler here. But I know he would probably do the same, and he's so good on these things that I hate to like say, oh yeah, it's Captain Cook's. It's not Captain Cook's, but it's right there. It's right there. It's one of my favorite spots at the Polynesian when it's open.
Zach Brown got it.
Actually, Zach, what did he say? Trader Sam's outside. We're gonna need a more specific answer than that. Zach Brown. It does get more specific. Why don't
Blue chair.
Let's play the reveal.
So it's Trader Sam's Tiki Terrace is what they refer to that area as. And the inside is the grotto. That's it. Which is very difficult to get a seat. But the terrace is always available. And the thing is, this was recorded at it was still dark. The tiki torches are going still. Everything's lit up. The waterfall's lit with the nice purple lighting. It's beautiful. But it was like 7 a.m. before the sun had come up.
You got up that early?
I will do sometimes, when it's. I won't get up for rope drop, but I will get up for a sunrise for some video. That's for sure.
We can do both. They're not mutually exclusive.
Which gave me a good idea for next week.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
You're not going to make me get up at sunrise, are you?
No, but we can get.
I was like, no, I'm not getting up.
We can get up soon enough for a Tonga toast in Poly. Good.
Oh yeah, because that's like 11. You can still get Tonga toast.
That's right in Jason's wheelhouse.
Yeah.
11:30.
Here's the thing, I'm not a huge Tonga toast fan.
I'm a huge Tonga toast.
I'm a little Tonga toast. So the perfect breakfast at Kona is for somebody to get to
split it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't eat the whole thing. It's just too much, and then I feel bad. Like you can't leave all that Tonga toast sitting there. It's just like it's terrible. It's a crime against humanity to leave that much Tonga toast sitting on the plate. So then I end up overeating, and then it's like early, and then I'm going into.
That's why I'm on diet, my friend. Just for next week.
Just prepare for the
Just
Tonga
for next week. Yes.
Perfect. So that was it. I hope that wasn't too. I mean, I think hopefully that was still fun.
No, they all hate you, man.
It's a lovely space. It's the Polynesian Resort is well, of course, one of my favorite resorts, but I think it is.
Wait. Mark Sheffield saying there's new ribs at Tambu Lounge.
Yes.
New ribs?
Yeah.
Well, I need to go now.
You mean as opposed to like the old ribs or like new kinds of like?
I don't know.
The new ribs. Mark is saying you guys have to try the new ribs at Tambu.
I think we will.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we will. Should we talk about that?
We talk about ribs.
We talk about. I don't know when we should talk.
Unless you're going to poof some out of midair.
We will talk about it next week at some point.
Yes, we're gonna talk right now because now we need to. Now is the time.
Now is the time for some new ribs.
We love Disney, and we will start answering something that I'm seeing some comments and people asking, what about the magic words? One thing that we decide a few minutes before that we'll start the show is that next week we're not going to do the Wheel of Disney because we're going to be doing.
But there's a reason.
Yeah. We're going to be doing a whole lot of a bunch of things with you, but not the Wheel of Disney. But one thing that you guys need to pay attention is that whatever we will do next week, we will start to count for the next, the upcoming Wheel of Disney that will be in 2 weeks. So we start to pay attention in one thing that in other things we're gonna be doing. But there's one thing that is really important that I want you guys to help us, and that will count also as an entry for the Wheel of Disney in 2 weeks, is that if you can send in our group, in our community, in After Hours community, questions that you would like to ask to me, to Jason, and to Collin. Or
I've got questions for you, Carlos. Or
even better, questions that we should ask among ourselves. That's one of the tasks, one of the missions that I have for you, our dear audience, and is so you please send questions about us and Disney, about After Hours. We would like to hear from you.
Now I'm afraid.
Yes. Yes.
You probably should be.
Yes.
So we're gonna spin this thing or what?
First of all, we have to talk about
next week.
We have to talk about who's going to be in the wheel.
Oh, that's right. We got to select the
and I have to prepare
wheel winner person.
Yeah, I have to prepare my phone.
You have it ready to go?
I have the names, but I don't have.
I get so dizzy on that wheel.
Yes, so let's bring the 8 names that will be in the wheel tonight. Number 1, Valerie Seidel.
Valerie.
Number 2,
Valerie's here.
Heather Dammit. Number 3, Marianne Mears. Number 4, Sarah Danielle Collins. Number 5, Eric Sanchez Narvaez.
That guy.
Number 6, Sarah Goff. Number 7, Heather Kremen. And the last spot, number 8, Joe Logan.
Oh, Joe. Good.
A lot of these folks are here tonight.
So
Yeah.
let's spin the
So
wheel.
why don't we talk about what's on the wheel? Oh, you're gonna spin the name first. You're gonna spin the name, and then we'll talk. Okay.
Yes,
I'm with you.
Let's spin the names and the wheel of names.
Round and round.
That was a good spin.
Oh.
Oh, that was
Joe! Look at that.
Joe.
I think Joe's here. At least he was here.
He was here, yes.
Joe, come back if you're not here.
Don't worry.
Because if you're here, of course, you get to, you get to say whether you want. You get a second spin if you land something you don't want. Speaking of which, why don't we talk about what we have on the wheel?
Yes.
Prizes.
Why don't you talk, Jason?
You want me to talk about the various things that I'm surrounded by right now?
Yes.
I'm gonna get some assistance from my good friend Big Little Chicken. Big Little Chicken. Huh?
You can't even see the chicken.
Oh, hold up, Big Little Chicken. I know. Big Little Chicken wants to remind everybody that his good buddy Ratatouille is still on the wheel. Ratatouille. Actually, I meant Remy. Sorry. I told you his name is Remy. Sorry. And this is a shoulder. It's like that's so squinched here. This is a shoulder-mounted plush. It's like a little magnet thing that sticks on your shoulder like this, but like this. Okay, and then we have. Why am I sushi? Be
out of date by the time somebody gets it.
Cat sushi. We have the child magnet.
You stick it to your forehead. It'll probably stick to that metal plate in your head.
Thanks. I thought we weren't going to talk about that. Also, a Here with the Magic stereoscopic viewer.
Yes.
Which pops out like this. There you go. You fit your phone in there, and you can watch all the 3D videos, 360 videos that way. Okay, and I think that's all the stuff that I have within reach, at least.
And we do have Collins.
Yeah, which actually I might have one
Where are
there.
you going? Where are you taking us, buddy?
Yeah, watch out.
Somewhere.
You win a virtual tour of Colin's room.
Woo.
And
Not
you just
that
saw it.
interesting, to be honest with you.
And there is also the Be Our Guest prize, which is you could be part of one of our segments.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a new prize.
New one.
Yes, play Jason.
Oh, man.
We have a new addition. We're keeping Colin up, but we have a new addition to the wheel, courtesy, a generous donation of sorts from our good buddy Chris Shepard. The magician has donated a virtual magic show, which is amazing.
Yes.
Which is cool, 'cause he's a really
to
good
the wheel.
magician.
Yes.
Yes, he's really good, and have seen his stuff, and I've even shared some of his stuff on the lunch break. Really, really, really. Now I'm kind of jealous, actually, because I don't think I'm allowed
Got a new segment, Magic
They won't
with
let me.
Chris.
Oh, it's like
You have to put a Disney spin on it somehow.
yeah, it's like it would be like one of those Mr. Rogers segments, like the little trolley comes in. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so thank you so much, Chris, for that. Are we gonna
Spin the wheel now.
Okay.
Okay. So let's spin the wheel of prizes. Joe did not show up yet, but let's spin the
He
wheel.
was here. He was
must have
here.
had
He
to
was
duck out
here,
or
yes.
something.
He probably fell asleep.
Yes, we're going late again. Well, let's spin the wheel.
Ooh,
Oh, we got a print.
got a print.
Look at that.
That is a winner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Yes. So,
That's awesome.
that's
So-
It is awesome. Yeah.
That's it.
so
Because there's no second spin,
there's no second
it.
spin.
baby. And I think that's a good one to start, actually, to land
Yes.
on, frankly.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
A really good one.
If I do say so myself.
So, congratulations, Joe, and we will make sure. I think 16 people are messaging him right now, so he
Yeah,
will
the
be
only
well aware. When he
The only
wakes
thing,
up.
Yeah, and if, Joe, if you do catch us on the replay, send me a message, and I'll let you pick which one you want.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
okay. One thing I have to remember our friends is that we are we need your input in several things we will do during this week. But the first mission is to write in the comments or in the messages in our community questions that you want to ask Jason, Colin, me, or even better, questions that you want that we ask each other. Okay, that's one thing that I like to do.
What was this, like Truth or Dare?
Yes, like truth or dare. Yeah, let's spin.
I didn't sign up for this.
Oh my gosh.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we create a post on the After Hours page, and then they can respond to that post.
Yes,
There we
let's do that. Let's do that. Guys, so it was and we're not going to disclose that much what we're going to do during the week, so you pay attention to our messages and our alerts in the Facebook page and the Facebook community. But there will be, I will say the following: Thursday will be busy.
Well, I will tell you that tomorrow on the lunch break, I will be talking in greater detail about
Perfect.
what's going to happen on Thursday the 1st.
Okay.
So if you want the details, if you want the information, the 411, as the kids would say, tune in tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern, here with the Magic Live.
Nobody says that, Jason.
Well, I say it. Here with the Magic Live, 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. And actually tomorrow, guess which resorts we will be visiting virtually tomorrow?
Which?
Port Orleans, Riverside, and French Quarter.
Good.
Yeah. Isn't that a coinkydink?
You guys heard that was a thunder here that I hope we're not going to lose.
I thought that was your stomach thinking
No?
about the ribs.
Oh, yes.
Because I know
It's
mine's
also
thinking
likely.
about the ribs. For sure.
Before we
just
start
kale
to say
salad for
goodbye, I have to remember everybody to like and share. Please like and share our show, whatever you are. If you're in Facebook, if you're in YouTube, then people say, how do you share in YouTube? You share to Facebook. So that's what to do. And talking about YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to ring the bell. Thank you, Terry. So, Colin, let me start with you.
So, I mean, as always, guide4ww.com. I did put out a new article today, just kind of my thoughts on how Disney could be changing, and this could be a pivotal moment for them as far as kind of a new era of Disney. I don't think I'm the only one who thinks that this could be a pushing factor and a change for Disney to do things a new way. But I elaborated a little bit more on that on today's article. I've got a few other things coming soon that I'm working on behind the scenes, but stay tuned for that. As always, check out the print shop, guide4ww.com/shop. You can find me on Instagram or Facebook as guide4wdw, basically anywhere on social media. Anywhere else, give me a shout. If you have any requests for custom orders, you're more than welcome to email me, Colin@guide4wdw.com. Easiest way to contact me is through that. And I'll get back to you as soon as I can if you have any specific requests or anything. So feel free to use that. And that's all I got tonight. One comment I did want to make before we pass it off here is so much of what we do as far as growing this page is often because of you all sharing it elsewhere. So if you really want to help us grow this community and you enjoy what you see, send a text message to a friend. Invite a friend to come join us, say hello, share it in somebody's Facebook group, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to see. If you have somebody that you know that would be interested in this group, means the world to us that if you invite them here, because it means you're enjoying it, because we enjoy it, and you guys are a huge blessing to us each week. So I'll pass it off to Jason.
Hello.
There you go. So say there was a lag there for a second.
I was just waiting for it. You never know who's going to show up. You never know. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight and for staying up late with us. Tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, as I was saying earlier, here with the Magic's lunch break, we are going to be doing a virtual tour of Colin's favorite moderate resort, Port Orleans, French Quarter, as well.
For a second, I'm like, wait, he's
Who's
showing
show
up with a 360 camera. I need to clean.
So we're going to be at French Quarter, or actually we'll be at Riverside first and then French Quarter. It's a fun one. I actually was inspired to do it after the Wednesday lunch break from Old Key West, because I could see French Quarter as I was making the turn, and I was like, oh, you know what? I loved it. I can't get in there right now, so I want to do it virtually. So I'm going to bring you along tomorrow here with magiclive.com. Also, as a reminder, of course, head on over to herewiththemagic.com. Sign up for the newsletter so you can receive early notifications of new videos as they become available. I have a lot to share tomorrow about what's happening next week. I'm not going to share everything because I want to, of course, leave some things to be a surprise. But I will talk a lot more about what's going to be happening on Thursday the 1st. That's right, Thursday the 1st. Not a normal lunch break day, but it's going to be a heck of a lunch break day. Mark your calendars. RSVP for the event if you head on over to Here with the Magic on Facebook. So it's facebook.com/Here with the Magic. You will find the event for the 1st there. You will want to make sure you not only say you're going if you're going to go, but also make sure you click on the little more button and add it to your calendar and turn on the notifications so you will get an alert not only the day of, but also when I go live, when we go live. Who's we? Who's we? You'll find out. I'll see you guys tomorrow at lunch. Oh, it's Fun Shirt Friday tomorrow too. Don't forget, fun shirt. Wear your fun shirts. Wear your fun shirts. Carlos.
Well, my content, I always say that to you, that my content is in Portuguese, but I love to see you guys showing up, whatever I do in Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and that's one of the things that I like to ask you. If you never visit, try to visit my YouTube channel. Despite the fact that some and most of the content is in Portuguese, you're gonna find a lot of well, I would say nice videos. I want to say great videos, but I do with love and pride. And please show up there too. So you just need to go to YouTube and to type Ponto Orlando, and you're gonna find my channel there. Please subscribe the channel, will be great. And thank you guys for showing up in my live shows too. Mike Riley is always showing up in the beginning. It's really so good, my friend, to see you guys showing up, and I really appreciate that. Okay, well, guys, was a really nice one, and keep posted and keep your eyes in our Facebook community and our Facebook group page, because there are some things that we're gonna unveil there for next week and for the Wheel of Disney in 2 weeks. And as Collin mentioned, it's really important for you to like and share our content and share in all the ways that possible, and telling friends, and we would like to grow this community. On behalf of my good buddies Collin and Jason, thank you so much for being here. We wish you always a magical week ahead, and good night.
Good night, guys.
Have a good week.